issue we'll be voting on. Mr. Shire?
Bill Shire, 1898 Avenue. First, I'd like to second what Mr. Grubb said about Main Street. I was at that meeting of the HARB, and the comment was made that there was once, sometime in the past, a canopy on Main Street. First of all, we're not talking about an awning here. It's a canopy. It goes all the way to the curb. And by the way, the curb is further out in front of this particular property because of they were allowed to extend the sidewalk. I made the point at the HARB meeting that suppose there had been a garish sign on Main Street, say back in the 1920s. That wouldn't be a justification for having a garish sign there today, or more garish signs, because if you allow one canopy, there will be more. I also made the point that to me, the historic essence of the architecture of Main Street is the fact that the architectural styles vary as you go down the street. And as you look at these different styles, you get a sense of verticality, which is very pleasing. I enjoy the architecture there. If you have canopies jutting out, that clashes with the verticality and really detracts from the architectural attractiveness. So I urge you also to side with the HARB and turn it down. The HARB vote, by the way, was 4-1 against. One other thing I'd like to mention, because I'm not sure Jack is going to stand up, the Environmental Advisory Council supported the Working Woodlands program. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Robert Benning, 2830 Linden Street. I third the comments of Mr. Shire and Mr. Grubb. I think you should support your HARB. And Mr. Shire is correct in pointing out this thing proposed is probably not an awning, but in fact a canopy, and therefore I would encourage council to request an opinion from their solicitor about whether the proposed structure violates Ordinance 721.02A, which forbids all kinds of structures over sidewalk areas, does permit a temporary awning, and perhaps one could spend a while in court defining this thing as a temporary awning as opposed to a canopy. But if it is in fact not an awning, I believe the proposed structure is in violation of an existing city ordinance. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Abel.
Jack Abel, 422 Thomas Street. Just to make this unanimous, although Bill's at the meeting, last EAC meeting, the EAC is very enthusiastic about the Woodlands program and voted unanimously and very favorably very favorably upon it. So we hope that you guys will consider it.
Thank you.
I'm Mr. Fred Bonzel. I'm here as the chair HARB. If you have any questions, I have no comments, but if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? If not, we'll move into the agenda. Item 6, old business. Members of council, old business.
Mr. Sanchez.
You just said so?
I want to thank our solicitor, Chris Bedoni, for looking back at the Revision 9 versus the 6 that we voted on and reported back to council in a memo that there was no material or substantive things that we needed to go back and vote on, so I appreciate that. The one thing that I did not read in the agreement, or maybe it was implied or I missed it, was that I wanted to make sure I hear from the administration, maybe Mr. Spurk or someone could respond, that the monies that will be controlled, I believe, by the redevelopment authority, whether it be tax or the monies from the financing, will be used only for the intended uses as described by the TIF agreement and the TIF rebate agreement, and not for any other uses going forward.
Yes, plan, the TIF cooperation agreement, the TIF rebate agreement set forth the limits of what those monies can be used for.
Okay, and it's, I know there's a description on page 2 of the rebate agreement as to what those uses are, but
Those are the uses from this
rebate agreement.
plan.
Right.
There's more money that will flow into the TIF even than is necessary to do these projects. There could be future projects, but
Okay.
they must be done within the parameters of those 3 agreements I just mentioned.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Any other old business, members of council? We'll move to communications. Communications 7A, Business Administrator, 2010 Pension State Aid.
A memorandum from the business administrator advising that state aid in the amount of $2,917,827.84 was received by the city with the proceeds allocated as listed in the memorandum and requested is a resolution for this meeting.
Comments? This resolution is on the agenda for a vote this evening. We'll move to 7B, rescheduling of a public hearing date for police officer Michael Lerner.
This is to state that the rescheduled date of the public hearing on the matter of police officer Michael Leonard has been set as follows on Wednesday, December 8th at 6:00 p.m. in Town Hall.
Thank you. We'll move the reports. President of Council. City Council will meet as a committee of the whole on Tuesday, October 26, 2010 at 7 p.m. in Town Hall on a request for a TIF presentation for dealing with Martin Towers. In addition, on Wednesday, October 27, 2010, 6 p.m. in Town Hall, we will hold a public hearing on Officer I. And much to the delight, I know, of Mr. Shire, tomorrow, I believe, is the first public forum in Town Hall with Dr. Pettigrew, correct? Mr. Mayor?
Two administrative orders, Mr. President.
Go right ahead.
Administrative order number 1330, I hereby reappoint Ellen Carey Byrne, 144 Langhorne Avenue, Bethlehem, 18017, to assist the City Commission. This appointment is effective until October 2013.
And the resolution to confirm is sponsored by Gene Belinsky and Gordon Mallett.
Comments? Please call the roll.
Mrs. Belinsky.
Aye.
Mr. DeGiacinto.
Aye.
Ms. Dolan.
Aye.
Mr. Evans.
Aye.
Mr. Mallett.
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds.
Aye.
Mr. Donchess.
Aye.
7-0 passes.
Thank you. Administrative order number 1331, I hereby reappoint Stephen F. Dode, 730 Barclay Drive, Bethlehem, 18017, to the City Planning Commission. This appointment is effective until October 2015.
And the resolution to confirm is sponsored by Gene Belinsky and Gordon Mallett.
Comments? Please call the roll.
Mrs. Belinsky.
Aye.
Mr. DeGiacinto.
Aye.
Ms. Dolan.
Aye.
Mr. Evans.
Aye.
Mr. Mallett.
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds.
Aye.
Mr. Donchess.
Aye.
7-0 passes.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move to committee reports. Community Development Committee, Ms. Dolan.
Community Development Committee met on Thursday, October 14th, 2010 at 7 p.m. in Town Hall. The committee considered the following: proposed 2011 CDBG and home programs and reprogram funds. The committee unanimously forwarded the proposed 2011 CDBG and home programs and reprogram funds to City Council for the public hearing at tonight's City Council meeting in consideration of the resolution at the November 3rd, 2010 City Council meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move to Public Works Committee report. Ms. Walensky.
Thank you, Mr. Dontes. Public Works Committee met this evening, Tuesday, October 19th, at 6 p.m. in Town Hall prior to the City Council meeting. The committee recommended that City Council adopt a resolution for the following: the renaming of Silvex Road to College Drive. The committee received a presentation also from the Public Works Director on the following on Main Street parking. We got an update from our director. Thank you, Mr. Donches.
Thank you. We'll move to item 11, resolutions. 11A, Police Officer Joseph Ocasio request for a leave of absence. 11A.
Whereas Police Officer Joseph Ocasio has forwarded an email dated September 21st requesting a leave of absence, and whereas pursuant to Ordinance 153.11, upon application in writing and stating a reason, Bethlehem City Council may grant a policeman a leave of absence without pay for a period not exceeding 6 months. unless it shall be extended by a vote of the entire council, during which time the policeman shall be considered in relation to the pension fund as being in active service and shall not lose any rights to pension or benefits, provided that while on leave of absence, he regularly makes a contribution to the fund in the amount that would be deducted from the pay if he were on active duty. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the City of Bethlehem that upon consideration of the September 21st, 2010 email from Police Officer Joseph Ocasio, Bethlehem City Council grants Police Officer Joseph Ocasio leave of absence without pay for a period not exceeding 6 months until the 7th day of April 2011, pursuant to Codified Ordinance Section 153.11, entitled Provisions for Contributions, Non-Contributions on Leave. Be it further resolved by the Council of the City of Bethlehem that Police Officer Joseph Ocasio shall be bound and governed in all respects by Codified Ordinance Article 153 entitled Police Pension Fund. Resolution 11A is sponsored by Gene Belinsky and Gordon Mauer.
Comments, Mr. Reynolds?
Actually, I have a question for Solicitor Spadoni.
Mr. Spadoni?
That period extended by 4/5 vote?
It would be after the first, I believe, Mr. Spadoni, correct me if I'm wrong, I think after the initial 6 months, then it would require a 4/5 vote of the City Council to extend it beyond that point.
Okay.
Am I correct?
Correct. Thank you. And my second question is just what I wasn't sure, and I'm not sure if Mr. Reichert or Mr. Schiffer, one of our solicitors, could speak to what the administration's position is on granting leave of absence.
Mr. Reichert?
We're recommending it.
Thank you.
Any other comments?
I want to
Ms.
say
Gold?
that,
Ms.
you know,
Gold?
having read his deposition or his story, it definitely seemed to me like he needs a break again. He needs some time to get better. Was my sense from, you know, the testimony that we got.
Thank you. Any other comments? Mr. Evans?
Just my question, does it need to be 0 or 6 months? Is there something in between we could set? We set a date of a leave until 12/31.
Mr. Spadoni?
The request under the ordinance is for 6 months, and that pursuant to his request. So it is a 6-month proposal in front of you.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Please call the roll.
Mrs. Belinsky.
Aye.
Mr. DiGiacinto.
Aye.
Ms. Dolman.
Aye.
Mr. Evans.
Aye.
Mr. Mauer.
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds.
Aye.
Mr. Donches.
Aye.
7-0.
Thank you.